Hi cuties! It's finally time to pick my June TBR, but there is something special about this TBR. I'm going to be participating in Whatever-a-thon, and this is by Book Browsing Blog, I believe. You can check out her video. She's much more famous than I am on BookTube, but she is hosting this month-long readathon in June, and it is centralized on reading whatever the hell you want. There are teams, and there's a bunch of different hosts. There's about 10 hosts and 5 teams, and then there are 15 prompts that I'm going to try to complete. There also is bonus points for things like LGBTQ diversity reads and things like that, because June is Pride Month. I'm going to try to stick with my team as much as I possibly can and read 15 books. I want to do 1 prompt per book. That's just me because I want to challenge myself. I put my thing in as having 15 books as my goal. Granted, with the month I've had in May, not going so well at all, but we're gonna try things. So we are going to be doing that. I've also, as you can probably tell, redid my bookshelves. You can see a little bit of it, and this is to better benefit me when playing my TBR game. So the rainbow shelves are now gone. I will maybe do a full bookshelf tour in the future, but that's an endeavor. But let me know in the comments if you want a full-length bookshelf tour. Hit me up with that. Okay, we need to go over to the TBR game, so whoa, I know, crazy. I'm gonna be doing a lot of that today. So, Quirmy left off here. So we're gonna replace this prompt. And also I will be updating the TBR game already. I'm already in that zone. So we have, title starts with R. Let's start rolling. Our very first roll is 5. Let's move Quirmy down all the way to the bottom shelf. We are moving, what is that, 1? Yep, it's just this one. And that is, ooh, this is gonna be difficult. Same initials. Oh, I didn't tell you, I was joining Camp Contemporary, so I'm gonna try to read all contemporary. Not all of it will be probably, but especially for someone with the same initials as me, I have no more Stephanie Garber. Shoot. So we have 2 options here. One of them is Paranormal that I've owned forever, and that is Half Bad by Sally Green. And then we have Spare and Found Parts by Sarah Mariah Griffin. Now this is closer to a contemporary, but it is in fact a science fiction. So whoopsies. Now I've owned this one forever, so I may leave this up to a poll, because one of the prompts for the Whatever-a-thon is to do a poll. So I may have you guys in the comments do these. So I'm gonna leave these 2 out for now, and we'll see. So I'm unsure. It is very difficult to find an author with my same initials, apparently. Coming back over here, let's replace the prompt that we got. And now we're gonna do mermaids, but with mermaids in it. Okay. Number 2. We're gonna stay on 5 and 3. Oh no! Is it TBR bag? 1, 2, 3. It's TBR bag. This is the one time I don't want to get TBR bag, because it might not be contemporary. Please be a contemporary. Oh, the TBR bag. Here we go. Oh, okay. I'm holding the yellow one, so we're gonna go with that one. Okay, I'm not mad about this. It's more mystery than anything. We have The Dead Enders by Erin Salden. Contemporary mystery. So, there we go. The dang TBR bag hit me. Let's roll. Let's get off of 5, shall we? We're gonna go up to 4. And that one is gonna be that one there. 12? 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, second to last.
Title starts with J. Okay, contemporary shelf. This guy right here. Anybody start with J? Nobody there. Let's go to the second. I have a second contemporary shelf. So I'm gonna fib this one a little bit. We're gonna do Nice Try Jane Sinner because it's part of the title and it's contemporary. And I think this is a debut. This is a debut, which is one of the prompts for Whatever-a-thon. So I think we're gonna go with Nice Try Jane Sinner. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna hope for the best there. I don't think it's an audiobook though. I think I'm falling into my trap. So let's replace that prompt. Ooh, disability, which is also one of the prompts for the readathon. Let's roll. 2. Let's go all the way up. 17.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
A play. A play? Or it has to have a play in it? Oh, okay. Wait, if there has to be a play or based on a play, then I got this. Where did I put it? There. This is a retelling of a play, and that is The Only Worse Thing Than Me Is You by Lily Anderson, which is a Much Ado About Nothing, which is one of my favorite Shakespearean play. It's a retelling of that, and I really have been wanting to read this one, so we're gonna read this. We're gonna go with what back? Oh, a bunch of them are stuck together. A translated book is going to sit there instead now. Rolling, rolling, rolling. 3. Nice. We're getting a little bit of diversity here on the shelf. Wah. Did I get 8?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let's roll for the stack.
If I roll a 6, it's whatever one I want to do. We roll a 6. Okay, so our options are an uncommon genre, weather, book with a number, fae, or middle grade. And I'm gonna go with middle grade because there is a prompt for host fave. Well, not a prompt, but you get bonuses for host fave. And one of the host faves is When the Mountain Meets the Moon by Grace Lin. And this is a middle grade Chinese mythology book. And I've owned it. I actually bought this during my bookshop crawl, my bookstore crawl that I did like a few years ago, and I've been meaning to read it, but now we have contemporary and host fave on the list. So we're at 5 books right now. Now granted, remember, I am trying to do 15 this month, one for everything. So once I get to my 8, I'm gonna evaluate what I've got, and then we'll continue forward from there. All right, hope you like those transitions. Take off middle grade, and we are gonna do instead there, we're gonna go with a duology. Let's roll. Wow. It's over here, but it's 4. I'm gonna go back down. Wow. What did I get? 20? I got a nat 20.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Title starts with E. Let's go over to the shelves. No fibbing this time. Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi. I have not read anything of her stuff, but I know she is super popular on the booktube, and we're gonna read this one in shiny. 2 more official rolls on the TBR game, and then we're gonna try to finagle. Yeah. Is that prompt? Superheroes! 3. Move right on back up. What is that? 9? Yes, 9.
Purple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I get a mood read. Oh boy.
I want to read this one really bad. This is Waiting for Tom Hanks by Carrie Winfrey, and it's all about rom-coms and stuff, and I like rom-coms, so I've been wanting to read this, and now I can read it, and it's a contemporary. Oh, I don't have to replace anything because that was a mood read. This is the last roll of the TBR game. And we get a 6, so I get to choose. 6, I get to choose. What have have I been on either of these shelves yet today? Do I want to dare go to the top shelf? Do I dare? All right. This is risky. What did we get? Full. Oh, 1. It's a 1. Not so risky. 1. Last book I bought. The last book that I bought? Who did I buy last? I'm gonna have to do this as the last book that arrived at my house, because the last book I bought are not here yet, and there was a group of them. Anyway, not a contemporary at all, but I'm not mad about getting to read it, is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I bought this, I don't remember when I bought this because I pre-ordered it, but it arrived and I immediately lent it to my dad, and so I didn't actually have it, but it just came back to me yesterday. So this is the newest book to my shelves, and therefore I am counting it. Project Hail Mary. Woo! Okay, so that's the official 8. Well, not official 8 because we're gonna do a poll. I'm gonna reevaluate really quickly, and then we're gonna try to pick the other 7 books for the TBR. So, transition time. We're gonna try really hard this month. The official 16 book TBR for Whatever-a-thon follows. So the prompt of the cover reminds you of a pride flag is I'll Be the One by Lila Lee. Reminds me of a pride flag. I mean, it's got all the colors here. They're just pastel version. And I believe this is bisexual representation as well as POC representation. And I believe it's a debut. It also might be a debut, but I can only use 3 prompts for that. But we're going to read this one. It is, in fact, an audiobook. That was a struggle. For a debut novel, we already decided with Nice Try Jane Sinner by Leanne Oelke. Oelke? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna try this baby. Debut. I couldn't fit it really anywhere else. It might be POC rep, I'm not sure, but we'll see. For an indie or self-published novel, I'm going with Conventionally Yours by Annabeth Albert. This is an indie published book, and it is gay gamers at a con, and that's what I want. I just want to read this. Also, it was gifted to me by my sister. The 2 I couldn't really fit into this, so this is the TBR game prompt, so picking a book from a TBR game is Waiting for Tom Hanks and The Only Thing Worse Than Me Is You. So we're still gonna read both because they are on the official TBR, but they're both part of TBR game prompt. Yeah. Reading a bookish creator's fave, or one of the host fave, Where the Mountain Meets the Moon by Grace Lynn. This is also good for my team color because it's a dark blue cover, and Camp Contemporary is dark blue. Then you have to do a reread or a comfort read, so we're gonna go with Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston, because can you tell it's one of my faves? So we're going to be rereading this. I might physically reread this because I did read it the first time as an audiobook. So I mean, I've already reread it a couple times now, but it's a comfort read, so leave me alone. Now a book that is out of your comfort zone. I have chosen How I Resist by a bunch of authors, edited by Maureen Johnson. This is Activism and Hope for a New Generation. So this is a nonfiction anthology. Now, I don't read a lot of nonfiction, and I don't read a lot of anthologies. So that is why it's out of my comfort zone. Obviously, it's also a very difficult topic, but there's an audiobook for it, so we're gonna go with that. I also saw there's like music in here. Yeah, there's some music in here at some point. So that should be interesting, especially audiobook-wise. We'll see. A book with POC rep, we're going to go with Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi. The main character, Penny Lee, here is Asian and I believe Chinese, because Mary H.K. Choi is from Hong Kong. I can talk. I believe the main character is also of Asian descent, Asian American, I believe, because she lives in Texas, Austin, Texas. So don't know for sure because I haven't read it yet, but we're going to find out when we read it. Next up is a buddy read. There's already a server on Discord for this buddy read, so I'm going to join this one, and that is for Heartstopper. This is volume 2. Volume 1 I lent to my sister right now, so she's reading that right now, and then I'll get to read it, but I'm probably going to read both of these, as well as buy 3 and 4, because I already know it's going to be cute. I got a sneak peek when Fee started reading it after I bought them, and I want to read it. Heartstopper. This is going to be my buddy read. Feel free to join me on this with Heartstopper. Officially, for a book that is your team's color, so Camp Contemporary is dark blue, we're going to go with The Dead Enders, which is a dark bluish greenish, but it's mostly dark blue, I'm going to say. His shirt is dark blue, so I'm going to count that anyway, but this is a darkish blue, and I'm counting it. A 5-star prediction, we're gonna go with Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, because I love Andy Weir and I'm very excited about this, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love it. 5-star prediction. Here we go. A book you hauled this year, so obviously I could do Project Hail Mary again, but in the interest of making everybody have their own prompt and keeping with contemporary themes, we're doing Bookish and the Beast by Ashley Poston, which is the 3rd book in like the Once Upon a Con series, and this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and obviously I'm going to read this. Obviously I want to read this. Yes, please. Then for the poll, like I said before, we are having a poll. You guys are going to decide this one. It could be half bad. It could be spare and found parts. So to give you an overview as you guys decide, half bad deals with a witch. I think this is witches. 16-year-old Nathan lives in a cage, beaten, shackled, trained to kill, in a modern-day England where 2 warring factions of witches live amongst humans. Nathan is an abomination, the illegitimate son of the world's most terrifying and violent witch, Marcus. Nathan's only hope for survival is to escape his captors, track down Marcus, and receive the 3 gifts that will bring him into his own magical powers before it is too late. But how can Nathan find his father when every action is monitored, when there is no one safe to trust, not even family, not even the girl he loves? Witchy book. I thought for the longest time that this was like a guy who was half vampire, half werewolf. It is not. It is witchy. Spare and found parts. It's not easy to make friends when your heart ticks like a clock, like a bomb. When your father is a genius who saved you and many others from a devastating virus with his invention of biomechanical limbs. When everyone expects the same revolutionary ideas from you, you have never connected. Not until you find the mannequin's hand on the beach, the hand that gives you an idea. If your father can build parts, why can't you build a whole person? A whole person who understands you when no one else does. Who could be the key to everything your society has tried to keep hidden and forgotten? All life begins with a spark, but you aren't the only one who knows that, or the only one keeping a secret. Is this like a Frankenstein retelling? I'm not sure, but it's sci-fi. Vote! Which one do you want? Put it in the comments below. I might actually have a poll or something go out, but I'm not sure. I'll have it on the Whatever-a-thon Discord, and maybe I'll do one on Instagram or something. We'll do something. There will be a link somewhere for the poll. Otherwise, put it in the comments below which one I should do for that prompt. All right, for a disability or mental health rep, we are going to read The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang, and this deals with a person who has, they call it Asperger's syndrome. I believe that has a new name, but I don't know it off the top of my head. It might be autism spectrum disorder. I really forget what the new name is called, but on here it does say Asperger's, because this was published before they changed what the term was, I believe. But this deals with a woman with it who is trying to figure out love. And I've already read The Bride Test by her, which also featured another autistic character. So I'm excited to read this because I really did enjoy The Bride Test. I'm hoping I will also enjoy The Kiss Quotient, which is the book before it. So it's not really, they're not like book 1, book 2. They're kind of companions, because I do believe there's going to be characters from The Bride Test in here, which is because there was characters from here in The Bride Test. I believe that's how it works. I don't know, but we're going to read this one. And the last prompt for Whatever-a-thon is the last letter of a title is then the first letter of the next one you read. So to do this easily, I have chosen 6 Angry Girls by Adrian Kistner, and I have a few books that end with the letter S, and this begins with the letter S, so I'm going to go with this. So I will either be reading this after Conventionally Yours, or The Dead Enders, or if you guys choose Spare and Found Parts, that's when I'll read this one. But this one works for that prompt, and it also, I believe, has disability and LGBT rep in this, so we'll see. But that's the TBR. There we go, people. It's 16 books. What have I done? What have I done? Oh God, oh God. Try. This is a challenge. We're gonna challenge ourselves because I really did really bad in May. Are you guys gonna join Whatever-a-thon? If so, let me know what team you're gonna join. If you're gonna buddy read Heartstopper with me or anything, let me know in the comments below. And there's a Discord for it. Go check out Book Browsing Blog for all of the official announcement information. It's all on her channel. And I will see you next time, cuties. Bye.